Net worth is not enough. In our modern society, we often equate a higher net worth with a higher life fulfillment. We pursue more income, more money, more things, higher balances, more in our retirement accounts, a bigger house, better cars, all of these things, hoping and believing that we will be happier for it. Right? If we get our net worth to a certain amount, we'll feel more secure. If we can just get a little bit more in our retirement accounts, if we can work that one extra year to get our Social Security income a little bit higher, if we can just have a little bit higher net worth, then we will be secure, then we will be successful. And of course, I don't think any of us would say, hey, if we just had enough money, then we would be happy, because we know deep down it's not true, because we have more money now than we had before. You can often ask someone like, hey, who in this, if you ask a room full of people, who in this room has doubled or tripled their income since starting their career? Again, depending on who's in the room, right? Depending on the ages, most people can say yes, right? If you've worked an entire career, if you're close to retirement, you've probably already doubled or tripled or quintupled your income over that time. You've already 10x your net worth. Or maybe even 100x your net worth since the beginning. Right? We've already done these things. We have a higher net worth. We have more money, and yet we're not necessarily happier. Now, after a certain point, right, there's some amount of money that helps get rid of stress, that keeps the bill collectors away, that helps us feel better about ourselves. But after that point, money in and of itself and a higher net worth by itself will not bring more fulfillment, will not bring more happiness. Right? And I'm a financial planner, obviously. And so my job is to help people have more money. Right? It's literally what I do all the time. And I think people should make as much money as they can within certain parameters, right? If you're going to work 40 hours a week, then you should be as valuable to your clients, your customers, your boss, whomever it is, in those 40 hours so that they want to pay you more. You should make good financial decisions with the money that you have so that it can grow and compound and work hard for you in the same way that you have for it. And so there's some of these things where we should still be striving to make the most of what we have, of what we've been given, and increase our incomes, increase our net worths. But in the end, it's not enough. And it's not enough for two reasons, right? One is the hedonic treadmill, that the better things that we have, it raises the high watermark on what we think is acceptable, right? When you drive a certain level of car, you no longer want to drive a car that's worse, a car that's older, a car that's more of a beater, right? And that's why it's really dangerous. This is a mistake that many people make, right? They move right into that bigger house or that nicer car, and then it's really hard to go backwards from there. And they bite off more than they can chew, and they always now want it to be better. Once you start going to a certain class of restaurant, you always want to be eating at that class or better, and it's harder to go back down to lower end things. And so you can have more, you can spend more, you can enjoy life more by spending more money, but then that becomes the new level. That becomes where you need to be to have enjoyment. Anything less is inferior to that, and you need to keep pushing the envelope, keep improving, keep spending more money in order to have the same level of fulfillment, right? And you've experienced this, right? You make significantly more now than you did 10, 20, 30 years ago, but you're not necessarily the same amount happier. Right, your lifestyle is risen along with that to consume all the additional money that you've earned. And what once felt like a luxury now just becomes the baseline for what you think you need in life. And the other thing that we often will go through is this diminishing marginal utility, right? That as we grow and as we have more money, each additional dollar means less than the dollars we had before, right? So take, two people, one who has $10,000 total and someone who has $100,000 total, right? And you give them both $1,000. Who does it mean more to? Right? Well, someone with only $10,000, that means a lot to them. That can actually relieve a lot of stress and actually help them quite a bit. But someone with $100,000, that $1,000 is just not going to mean that much. Not that they wouldn't take it, right? Even Bill Gates will stoop down and pick up $1,000 that he sees on a park bench, right? But it's just not going to mean as much to those who have more, because each dollar means marginally less, right? So it's like the same thing when you were 5 years old, right? And you turned 6. 1 year, that birthday meant a lot to you because that represents 1/6 of your life. But when you're 66 and you turn that next age, well, now it's only a 66th of your life, and it's just not as important. And so as we grow and as our net worth grows and as we keep thinking like, oh, if we just get to a little bit more, we need not just $1,000 more, not just $10,000 more. Now it's, oh, if only we had $100,000 more. Oh, if only we had $1 million more, then we'd really feel secure. Then we'd really feel successful. Then we'd feel fulfilled. And it's just not going to happen. And that part of that is that diminishing marginal utility. So again, you should pursue meaning. You should pursue fulfillment. You should pursue these things. And some of these things cost money, right? Some of the things that would really give us fulfillment, that would make us happy, that would bring true satisfaction. Some of these things do cost money, right? Experiences with those people that you love, being able to keep the stresses away so that you're more relaxed and enjoyable to be around with your family and friends. Some of these things really do need money. And so as far as that goes, again, work hard if you're still working and be worth the most that you can be per hour while you're doing that. And so you can make more, maybe not by sacrificing other things, by working more, but just by being more valuable, right? Make good decisions with your money. Make your money work hard for you in the same way that you have worked hard for it. And so that you can always continue to increase your net worth, even in retirement, right? You can, if you do it right, you can build it up high enough and invest it in a good enough way so that you live on the growth. You live on just the income that produces and never touch principal. And even in retirement, your net worth can continue to grow and be a blessing to churches and charities and children and grandchildren, right? And so yes, we should still be doing these things. We should be pursuing a higher net worth as long as we recognize that net worth is not enough, right? That we need to be pursuing other things besides net worth, and that growing our money should not be the only goal that we have. And so again, for some of us, it means that we should actually stop growing our money at all, because we do have enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. When all your projections say that you're gonna die with millions more than you have at retirement, then maybe you need to start giving some of that away now. Start spending some of that now. Start doing these other things, because if we're just pursuing a net worth number and keep thinking, oh, if we just had a little bit more, then we'll be happy. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Net worth is not enough. So increase it. Grow your net worth. Get better at finances, right? Use help to get there, but it's not enough. And so make sure that you're not sacrificing your relationships, your other priorities in order to achieve this. Hopefully it's just a little helpful food for thought this week. We'll see you next week. Cheers. If you enjoyed that, you would love being part of our free membership community. It's called Retire Membership, and it has a host of benefits, all for free. For example, you can always buy my book, 3D Retirement Income, on Amazon. But if you join us at Retire Membership, we will send you either a hard copy or paperback for free, provide the ebook and the audiobook so that you can listen to it if you don't have time to read it. In addition to that, we'll also provide you with a bunch of content that you can't get anywhere else. For example, we have our quarterly Retire Mentorship magazine, which comes out quarterly and has no ads whatsoever. It's just timely content to help you stay the course. We also have workbooks for our free online workshop to help you get the most out of those, flowcharts to help you make better decisions, and a weekly email to provide timely content that you can unsubscribe from at any time. We never ask for any payment information, and we never share your information with anyone else. We just want to provide timely content and help you stay the course to retire successfully and stay successfully retired. There's no reason to wait, so join us now at retiremembership.com, where you can click in the link in the description and it'll go right there. We can't wait to see you in the community. Cheers.